A single wedding dress that costs more than a luxury mansion. Can you believe it? Throughout history, a select few gowns have shattered expectations, dripping in diamonds, gold threads, and handcrafted lace worth millions. These masterpieces weren't just made to be worn, they were designed to be remembered. One of these gowns features 500,000 crystals, another boasts a train woven with real gold, and yet another holds the title of the ultimate diamond-studded showstopper. Want to know which gown stands unmatched as the most expensive in history? These are the 12 most expensive and luxurious wedding dresses ever made. Which gown takes the top spot? Number 12. Chiara Ferragni's Dior wedding dresses, $420,000. When Italian fashion blogger Chiara Ferragni married Fedez, an Italian singer, in 2018, the wedding was nothing short of a fairy tale. But the true stars of the show were her two Dior haute couture dresses, which together carried a price tag of $420,000. The first dress was classic and dreamy, a white A-line gown with a fitted bodice and a voluminous skirt that looked perfect against the backdrop of the 19th century palazzo in Noto, Sicily, where the couple exchanged vows. The gown was custom designed to fit Chiara's chic modern style while also reflecting her Italian roots. Her second dress, worn at the reception, stole the spotlight. This one was a delicate tulle creation embroidered with special phrases and symbols that held personal meaning for the couple. It featured their wedding date, lyrics from Fedez's song written for Chiara, and even their initials. The details were so thoughtful that it transformed the gown into a wearable love letter. The wedding itself was as extravagant as her wardrobe. Guests arrived on a private Alitalia plane chartered exclusively for the event, and the couple spared no expense in ensuring their friends and family felt pampered. The reception turned into an amusement park extravaganza, complete with a Ferris wheel carousel and a fireworks show that lit up the Sicilian night. Chiara's dresses perfectly reflected the essence of her wedding: grand, meaningful, and unforgettable. Number 11. Kate Middleton, $434,000. Kate Middleton's wedding dress is unforgettable for a reason. The moment she stepped out at Westminster Abbey on April 29, 2011, the world held its breath. Her gown, designed by Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen, was a masterpiece that combined timeless elegance with royal tradition. At $434,000, it's one of the most iconic wedding dresses of all time. The dress itself was a work of art. Handmade lace, stitched with intricate floral motifs representing the United Kingdom's 4 nations, roses, thistles, daffodils, and shamrocks, set the tone. These details weren't just printed. They were handcrafted by the skilled artisans at London's Royal School of Needlework. The dress featured a fitted bodice, padded at the hips in a nod to Victorian corsetry, creating an hourglass silhouette. It flowed into a full skirt that ended in a stunning 8-foot train, long enough to make a dramatic entrance but manageable enough for Kate to glide effortlessly down the aisle. Adding to the grandeur was her veil, crafted from ivory silk tulle and secured by the Cartier halo tiara. Borrowed from Queen Elizabeth II, the tiara was both an accessory and a symbol of history and tradition. Her Robinson Pelham diamond earrings, a gift from her parents, added a personal touch to the regal look. Kate's wedding wasn't just about the dress. It was a day steeped in royal pageantry and elegance. The grand procession, the Westminster Abbey setting, and the global audience of over 2 billion viewers made it a historic event. Even today, brides-to-be look to Kate's wedding gown for inspiration, proving its timeless appeal. Number 10. Salma Hayek, $434,000. Salma Hayek's wedding dress wasn't just a gown, it was a vision of sophistication. When she married French billionaire François-Henri Pinault in Venice, Italy in 2009, she chose a Balenciaga dress designed by Nicolas Ghesquière. With its $434,000 price tag, it perfectly matched the opulence of the 2-day celebration. The gown featured a deep V-neck bodice that transitioned into a flowing full skirt. The off-white silk fabric gave it an ethereal quality, while the intricate detailing highlighted Ghesquière's craftsmanship. Every stitch, fold, and embellishment was meticulously designed to make Salma look radiant on her big day. But the wedding wasn't just about the dress. It was a spectacle of luxury. The couple kicked off the festivities with a masquerade ball at the Punta della Dogana, a historic building restored by the Pinot family. Guests arrived in gold and black masks, adding a sense of drama and mystery. The ceremony itself took place at La Fenice Opera House, one of the oldest in Europe. This wasn't an ordinary venue, it's a masterpiece of architecture and history, and renting it undoubtedly came with a hefty price tag. After the vows, the reception moved to the Palazzo Grassi, another location with deep significance for the couple. With a guest list that included A-list stars like Penelope Cruz, Charlize Theron, and Bono, the wedding was the definition of star-studded. Salma's gown, combined with the stunning Venetian backdrop, created a moment that's still celebrated in the fashion and celebrity world today. Number 9. Kim Kardashian, $500,000. When it comes to extravagant weddings, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West set the bar high. Their 2014 wedding in Florence, Italy was a lavish affair, and Kim's $500,000 Givenchy gown designed by Riccardo Tisci was the centerpiece. The dress was breathtaking. Featuring long sleeves, sheer panels, and intricate lace detailing, it hugged Kim's figure perfectly in a mermaid silhouette. The open-back design added a modern twist, while the delicate pearl embellishments around the neckline made it sparkle under the Italian sun. Kim paired her gown with a dramatic cathedral-length veil that almost didn't make it to the aisle. As Kim revealed on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the veil was so heavy she worried it might trip her. But when she finally made her entrance, the veil floated behind her like a dream, completing her angelic look. The wedding itself was nothing short of extraordinary. Guests were flown in on private jets from the rehearsal dinner at the Palace of Versailles in Paris to the Fort di Belvedere in Florence, a 16th-century fort that once protected the city. The venue's panoramic views and historical significance made it the perfect backdrop for their vows. The couple didn't stop at the dress. They spared no expense, from a 7-foot-tall wedding cake to performances by John Legend and Andrea Bocelli. Kim's accessories, including diamond earrings from Martin Katz and her Lorraine Schwartz wedding band, added even more sparkle to the day. Kim later changed into a second look, a sparkling mini dress by Balmain's Olivier Rousteing, for the reception. This gown, covered in diamonds and pearls, was perfect for dancing the night away. Kim and Kanye's wedding was a whirlwind of luxury, and her dress remains one of the most iconic pieces of bridal fashion. Number 8. Victoria Swarovski, $1 million. When you're part of the Swarovski family, your wedding dress isn't just a gown, it's a glittering spectacle. Victoria Swarovski, the jewelry heiress and singer, wore a jaw-dropping Michael Cinco creation worth over $1 million when she tied the knot with entrepreneur Werner Merz on June 16, 2017. It was adorned with an astonishing 500,000 Swarovski crystals, giving it a sparkle like no other. But that glamour came at a price. The gown weighed 100 pounds. To complete the fairy tale look, Victoria wore a 26-foot-long veil edged with delicate lace. It flowed behind her as she made a dramatic entrance into the Cathedral of San Giusto in Trieste, Italy. The wedding was just as grand as the dress. It was a 3-day affair packed with luxurious events. Guests were treated to a red-themed welcome party at the Felicia Resort and Spa, where women dressed in red and men in all white for a seated dinner under a clear-top tent. The tables were draped in red linens and sprinkled with crystal confetti, creating a glamorous scene fit for royalty. The main event, of course, was the ceremony. Victoria walked down the aisle surrounded by flower girls in blue gowns and babies' breath flower crowns. The reception, held at Maxi's restaurant Porto Piccolo, featured tall, elegant centerpieces of baby's breath and a heart-shaped floral installation perfect for photo ops. As if the dress wasn't enough to wow her guests, Victoria had a second outfit for the welcome party. A stunning red-beaded gown also embellished with Swarovski crystals. For her reception, she sang for her guests, showcasing not just her style but her talent. The night ended with a 5-tiered cake adorned with baby's breath, perfectly matching the wedding's ethereal theme. Number 7. The Danasha luxury gown, $1.50 million. When you think of a gown designed with diamonds and gold, it's easy to expect something over the top and gaudy. But the Danasha luxury gown by Jad Gandour, unveiled at the Miami International Fashion Week in 2010, redefined extravagance with a touch of elegance. The creators aimed to craft something extraordinary, not just with expensive materials but with impeccable artistry. This $1.5 million masterpiece was designed with the world's finest diamonds and gold, yet it maintained a sleek and sophisticated look. The intricate detailing and clean lines made it perfect for someone dreaming of their Cinderella moment. While the dress was packed with luxurious elements, it stayed far from being overdone. It's a symbol of how subtlety, when paired with the finest craftsmanship, can create something truly magical. The gown didn't just turn heads, it made history. Even years later, it continues to capture the imagination of brides with the budget to make such a statement. Number 6. Queen Elizabeth II, $1.60 million. Queen Elizabeth II's wedding gown was a symbol of post-war elegance and royal tradition. Designed by Norman Hartnell, the ivory Duchesse satin gown cost $42,000 in 1947, equivalent to about $1.6 million today. It was an extravagant choice for its time, especially since Elizabeth used ration coupons to pay for it, reflecting the country's recovery after World War II. The gown was nothing short of magnificent. It featured long sleeves, a fitted bodice, and a full skirt embroidered with intricate floral motifs inspired by Botticelli's painting Primavera. The embroidery, done with crystals and 10,000 seed pearls, added a delicate shimmer to the already regal ensemble. The Queen's look was completed with the Queen Mary's fringe tiara, which almost didn't make it to the altar. Just hours before the ceremony, the tiara snapped in half while being attached to her veil. Luckily, royal jewelers repaired it in record time, allowing Elizabeth to wear the iconic headpiece down the aisle. Her wedding to Prince Philip was a historic moment filled with royal splendor. The ceremony was held at Westminster Abbey, and the couple's union marked the beginning of a partnership that would last over 7 decades. Queen Elizabeth's gown, with its timeless elegance and rich history, remains one of the most celebrated wedding dresses in royal history. Number 5. Priyanka Chopra's Ralph Lauren gown, $2 million. When Priyanka Chopra married Nick Jonas in December 2018, her wedding was a stunning blend of cultures, traditions, and jaw-dropping fashion. Among all the spectacular looks she donned during the celebrations, her Ralph Lauren wedding gown stood out, and for good reason. This masterpiece came with a price tag of $2 million. The gown was a true work of art. With long sleeves and a classic A-line silhouette, it featured hand-stitched lace and was covered in Swarovski crystals that shimmered in the light. But what made it truly unique was the intricate beading, which spelled out personal phrases such as the couple's wedding date and the names of Priyanka's parents. It was a deeply personal touch that made the dress feel as meaningful as it was luxurious. And let's not forget the veil, an extraordinary 75-foot-long creation that flowed behind her as she walked down the aisle. It was a dramatic moment that perfectly complemented the grandeur of their wedding venue, the Taj Umaid Bhawan Palace in Jodhpur. Priyanka's wedding wasn't just a ceremony, it was a week-long celebration. From traditional Indian pre-wedding rituals like the Haldi and Sangeet to the Christian ceremony where she wore her Ralph Lauren gown, every detail was meticulously planned. The couple even booked out the entire palace for their guests, making the event as exclusive as it was spectacular. Her dress, much like the wedding itself, was a perfect reflection of love, tradition, and unmatched elegance. Number 4. Serena Williams, $3.50 million. If you think of a fairy tale wedding, Serena Williams's 2017 nuptials come pretty close. The tennis superstar married Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian in a Beauty and the Beast-themed celebration in New Orleans, wearing a $3.5 million gown designed by Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen. This wasn't just any gown, it was a strapless ball gown with a sweetheart neckline, paired with a cascading cape that added drama and elegance. The entire ensemble was adorned with jewelry worth millions, making Serena's look as dazzling as her career achievements. The wedding itself was a grand affair held at the Contemporary Arts Center in New Orleans. Guests entered a space transformed into a French ball-inspired setting, complete with lame-covered tables, gold arches of flowers, and chandeliers in gold bird cages. Serena and Alexis exchanged vows in a ceremony that included their own heartfelt promises, with Alexis calling her his queen and pledging to take care of her forever. After the ceremony, the celebration kicked into high gear. Serena changed into a second look for the reception, a stunning feathered Versace gown that made her look like a fashion-forward superhero. The reception featured around-the-world themed food stations and trophy-style place cards, blending elegance with fun. The night ended with a carousel surprise for Serena, planned by Alexis as the ultimate fairy tale touch. Guests rode illuminated horses while music played, creating a magical scene to wrap up the perfect evening. Serena's wedding wasn't just a celebration of love, it was a showcase of her larger-than-life style and spirit. Number 3. Queen Letizia's wedding dress, $8 million. No wedding gown has ever reached the level of opulence as Queen Letizia's dress when she married King Felipe VI of Spain on May 22, 2004. Designed by Manuel Pertegaz, this masterpiece cost an eye-popping $8 million. The dress was made of white satin woven with Valencia silk and featured a high-standing collar, long sleeves, and a deep V-neckline. Its most striking detail? The embroidery in real gold thread that adorned the skirt and the edge of the train. These intricate patterns included depictions of the Prince of Asturias' crest, fleur-de-lis, and ears of wheat, symbolizing unity and prosperity. To complete her regal look, Queen Letizia wore the Prussian tiara, an heirloom gifted to her by her mother-in-law, Queen Sofia. This stunning diamond-studded tiara added even more splendor to her already breathtaking ensemble. The wedding, held in Madrid, was attended by 1,200 guests, including royalty and dignitaries from around the world. Despite the rainy weather, Queen Letizia looked flawless as she walked down the aisle, her golden embroidery glistening under the cathedral lights. From the unmatched craftsmanship of her gown to the royal elegance of the ceremony, Queen Letizia's wedding set a standard for luxury that remains unrivaled. Number 2. Yumi Katsura, white gold dress, $8.50 million. What would you say to a wedding dress that costs $8.5 million? Yes, this masterpiece by Yumi Katsura is a vision of elegance and luxury combined. Known for her groundbreaking work in bridal couture, Katsura created only 2 of these jaw-dropping gowns. This isn't just any wedding dress, it's art, and owning it would make you part of a very exclusive club. The Yumi Katsura white gold dress features some of the rarest materials in the world. With real gold embroidery and a scattering of diamonds and pearls, it redefines what it means to shine on your big day. The intricate detailing reflects the designer's 50 years of experience in haute couture. Katsura's journey began in Paris at Les Écoles de la Chambre Syndicale de la Couture Parisienne, where she mastered the art of fashion before taking her expertise global. This dress isn't simply a product of luxury, it represents Katsura's lifelong dedication to the craft. From debuting the first-ever bridal collection in Japan to expanding her empire to England, France, and the United States, her name has become synonymous with bridal excellence. If you've got a spare $8.5 million, this gown would turn your wedding into a once-in-a-lifetime affair. Number 1. The Diamond Wedding Gown, $12 million. How much would you pay to sparkle brighter than ever on your wedding day? For $12 million, the Diamond Wedding Gown by Renee Strauss and Martin Katz guarantees just that. Designed to reflect light and create an ethereal glow, this gown transforms the bride into a walking masterpiece. Renee Strauss, famous for her Beverly Hills bridal salon, teamed up with renowned jeweler Martin Katz to create this jaw-dropping piece. Their combined expertise resulted in a dress adorned with dazzling diamonds strategically placed to catch every flicker of light. The effect? A shimmering vision of brilliance as the bride walks down the aisle. Strauss & Katz didn't stop at just crafting a dress, they made a statement. The gown isn't only a luxurious outfit, it's also a promotional piece showcased at high-end bridal and fashion events worldwide. Celebrities like Angelina Jolie and Hilary Swank have donned Katz's designs, and now his work shines on the world stage through this iconic creation. At $12 million, the diamond wedding gown is more than just an extravagant purchase. It's a spotlight moment, ensuring the bride becomes the center of attention in every possible way. This gown might still be waiting for a buyer, but its sheer magnificence ensures it will always remain unforgettable. And there you have it, the most breathtaking, jaw-dropping wedding gowns ever made. Which one caught your eye the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more amazing content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story as fabulous as these gowns.